I'm waiting for it to say it's starting. All right, this presentation is going to be about why pit bulls should not be banned as pets in the UK. So to start off, when you think of a pit bull, what do you think of? Do you think of a vicious dog that's going to attack unprovoked, or a loving family pet? To start off, the UK has decided to ban pit bulls because they think they're aggressive in nature. According to Metro News, the UK banned pit bulls back in 1991 from breeding or owning as pets. And according to Blue Cross UK, Parliament passed a law called the Dangerous Dog Act, which not only bans pit bulls as being owned and bred as pets, but also 3 other types of dogs. I think it's time to see the good in pit bulls. So, in my opinion, despite their nature being seen as violent and attacking, that's just how they were raised, honestly. Pit bulls get a bad rap because they were raised as fighting dogs in some cases. But if you look past that, you see that they love to cuddle, they're extra loyal and very protective dogs. They're great with children and perfect for families. According to Rover.com, temperament studies show pit bulls rank high among most affectionate and least aggressive dogs. While that's not always the case, I think in most cases it is true. Because there are cases where pit bulls will attack because they've come from bad homes where they've been abused or they've been raised like that. But pit bulls are not born aggressive. And another statement is, according to Pet Finder, they're great around children and make good family dogs. I actually do have in my visual aid here, which I'm going to bring out now, if I can find it. For instance, a picture of a pit bull and a baby. You got a baby laying on a pit bull, which shows they are good with children. And, where was it? Sorry. Pit bulls are great family pets. Pit bulls love humans so much, they make a great choice for families. Some pit bulls were actually used as nannies for children because of how protective they are. And you always see these cases of how pit bulls will protect their owners. Like just one when I was researching this speech earlier. A pit bull, had saved its owner from being bit by a venomous snake. Sorry. According to the Terrier Owner blog, as pit bulls grow and learn the familiar sounds of their environment that they live in, they become great guard dogs. Especially when an unknown sound or unknown person comes up, they tend to bark or growl to protect their owner and show them that there is danger coming. They want to alert them. Another fact is pit bulls love to cuddle. So if you ever want a dog that will be a great cuddler and you'll have snuggled up with you late at night when you're alone, get a pit bull. To conclude, all in all, I believe that pit bulls should be allowed as pets in the UK because they're not always dangerous. People need to look past the violent history of pit bulls and look more towards the breed as a whole, because the pit bull attacks only make a small part of the population of pit bulls. While, like facts say, they are loving, caring dogs. So, are there any questions or comments to be made at this time?
I got a question.
What would that be?
So basically you're saying that pit bulls are not aggressive, they're just raised that way, or they're trained to be that way.
Yes.
Because of the environment.
It depends on the owner, basically. because some owners have raised them as fighting dogs. And some owners abuse them so that they grow up scared and they get filled with anxiety. They don't know what to do. So their first thought is, I have to attack. But if you raise a pit bull right in a loving home, then they're like, oh, I'm loved, I'm cared for. Let me show that to others.
That makes sense.
And like my thing is like with any animal, like pit bull, I mean they list Dachshund as an aggressive dog, they list Huskies as aggressive dogs, but it's all about the environment, how it's processed, how they're raised in that environment, whether they get good nurturing or to abuse. Correct?
Yes. It all depends on the environment they're raised in and how they're raised.
That's good.
I think Chihuahuas scare me more than a pit bull would. Biters.
Oh, another point I forgot to make. It also says that even though pit bulls are great with children, you should still remember to teach your children to respect and love dogs and show them boundaries on how to respect a dog when petting them and living with them.
That's you should do that to their children with everything. Other people too.
Yeah, but
Which is totally off topic. Yeah.
any other questions or comments?
You also
Yes, so all in all,
go ahead, Billy.
pit bulls are just getting a bad name because of how they're raised. Because
Yes.
they're known as fighting dogs.
Yeah. And that's all people see. They only see the bad in them when there's
Right.
so many good things about them too.
Of course, but they can be loving pets.
Yep. That is what this whole presentation was about. It was to show you that even though some people think that they're fighting dogs and that they're all bad, that they're not. They're actually quite loving. You just have to raise them right.
Right. And they would probably make great service dogs also.
I believe so.
I know for a fact they make good service dogs. We have 2 friends who have a service dog, the pit bull.
Yep. So are there like pit bull rescues and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually there's actually a great show on TV called Pit Bulls and Parolees.
We actually had a pit bull when my girls were younger, and it was a very good dog for them.
Oh,
Yeah, they could jump on it, roll on it, and it didn't care. And it was very protective.
Yeah.
So how long has the United Kingdom banned pit bulls to be
Since
bred?
1991.
91?
Yep.
So you can't, and so in the United Kingdom, you cannot own a pit bull.
You have to have a special certificate to own a pit bull in the UK showing that it is not an aggressive dog. And if you do own it, you have to have a muzzle on it and a leash on it when you take it out into the city and stuff.
Oh, wow.
But otherwise, you're not allowed to abandon them, breed them, give them away, or own them.
Wow.
I did not know that. Very interesting.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
passed
know
a
that either.
Dangerous Dog Act back then, and there are 3 other breeds of dogs that you're not allowed to own or breed in the UK.
Do you know what
because
the breed?
they're actually, there's no scientific evidence backed up for this either. It's just based off their history and how they look.
So basically it's all news or like media.
Yeah,
Hearsay.
basically, which
Yeah.
I don't find fair to the dogs.
So there's no good media for the dog. It's all bad.
Yes, mostly because there was also an article saying how there was 15 fatal attacks between 1981 and 1991, but that's only between those years. And that could also have been our dogs and not just pit bulls.
Wow.
So that's 10 years. That's over a time frame of 10 years. That's not good. That's not good scientific fact.
Exactly. Like, what about before then or after?